Next, we will look at our classification technology. As you can see here, we have 5 sets of rules that we've preloaded into the system. And as you can see, as we scroll down on the page, a rule can include external attributes, such as the name of the file, where the file is located, anything you would see in the Properties tab. And it can also search the content. So this is our first type of classification where we look at content. As you can see, it can do pattern matching. This first one here is a social security number. If you are familiar with that format, that is 3 numbers, 2 numbers, 4 numbers. Also, it can look for certain keywords, such as the word confidential. If any files match this rule, then that file will be classified accordingly. In this instance, we are going to classify what department that file belongs to and also give it a certain clearance level for security reasons. Again, this is our first level of classification. Momentarily, we will show you our full content classification. So let's see how this works. I have 5 files on a shared drive, and when I look at their properties in the classification tab, there are no rules applied to this document currently. So I will open up each of these documents and start to include different keywords and patterns that match our rules that we set up in the classification manager. We will add the word confidential, we'll add a social security number, and on until we have added enough information for these documents to be classified. So now I'm going to go back to my DocuSuite manager and I'm going to run the policy. All of those rules create a policy, and so it will run all 4 of those rules at the same time under one policy name. And now when I go back, you see how quick that was. It was ran very quick. When the icon turns green, that means that it is finished running and it is ready. The documents have been classified. So now when I go look at those files, and I right-click on Properties, and I go to the Classification tab, now I see things have changed. I can see that a department has been listed, and I can see if there was a social security number, I can see if it's confidential or if the correct security has been applied to this document. And it all has, as we would expect it to. It's important to note that the classification is written directly into the alternate data stream of the file. This means that the classification will remain with the file regardless of a name change, a file change, a location change. Additionally, because this is not stored as separate metadata and it is written directly into the file, there's no need to maintain a separate database of metadata for your new classifications. Again, this is just 5 small files, but you can see how that can be incredibly beneficial across your entire enterprise as you look for social security numbers, any PII information, and by the touch of a button, have all of those documents classified and secure.